What is up, besties? It is your girl Karmic, back to you again with a requested conspiracy reading that is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. Zero facts here. So let me just tell you real quick. I started with one thing and then like a ripple effect happened. So we got a multiple reading. As always, y'all know that I dig into shit. So what started as looking at gender switch, I got information on how the industry works. I got information on like the origin of industry plants. I got information on the origin of the Obamas. All of this is alleged, by the way. There are zero facts here. Okay. What else? Industry plants came up. How Obama came to be came up. Obviously the gender swap. What else, Spirit? Wayfair keeps coming up in all of these readings. And also, I did look into the Obama conspiracy. That is one subsection. If you don't want to hear about that shit, that's fine. Just skip it. But I know that there are going to be some people that want to know about the Obama conspiracy, and I covered that as well. So this is a deep dive. This is kind of like multiple readings in one. But, you know, if you stick around, you might just understand what the hell's going on, because the more I do these conspiracy readings, the more I see a central theme going on in Hollyweird behind closed doors. And I'll leave it at that, besties, and I will let you figure it out. So thank you to everybody that sits through 30 seconds of ads. It's a free and easy way to support my page. Hey to my regulars. Hi, besties. I love you guys. I hope you guys are doing well. It's spring, so the new astrological year, rooting for you guys. It's going to be beautiful. These eclipses are kicking our ass. That's fine. Mercury retrograde. Don't text your ex. Text your journal. But yeah, you guys can find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and all the links are down below. If you want to book a personal reading with me, I have a 3-week wait. Please bear with me. I'm one person. You want a good reading, not a rushed one. If you're waiting for your reading in particular, I am right now just finishing up the readings that did not happen through my website. So if you already put your reading in, just give me some time. Please be patient with me. It's probably going to teeter more towards 3 weeks because, like I said, I want you guys to have good readings, not rushed ones. In between that full moon, Mercury retrograde, the eclipses, your girl is just trying to stay strong, okay? But without further ado, besties, this request came from a user. I believe their name is Dani K. So thank you to Dani K. I appreciate you. And yeah, continue to vote in the community post because that's how these videos get made. You guys decide, not me. Well, I pick the ones that I like. But without further ado, again, this is very dark, dismal, and conspiracy. No facts here, besties. Yeah. Let's get into it. Oh, I'm nervous. Okay, bye. All right, besties. So we are going to take a look at the very well-known conspiracy, or maybe not, that allegedly some celebrities change their gender for fame. So as always, these are alleged for entertainment purposes only. There are no facts here. You know what I keep seeing in my mind's eye is OJ with the gloves, and it's like, if it doesn't fit, you must acquit. And then how later on he wrote a book where it was like, well, if I did it, this is how I would do it. And I'm hearing the word taunting. So it almost feels like this was a thing. Because it's kind of giving me the vibe of like, it's reminding me of my last reading where Jay-Z felt like he hung up his coat in terms of like being a mafia type dude. That's kind of the energy I'm getting where it's like, you know, OJ already allegedly did the crime and then he writes a book about it. It's kind of giving me the vibe of like now that, it's almost like the vibe of like now that you can't catch me, I'm putting it out into the media because I keep hearing the word propaganda and it's like I'm laughing at you because either you're missing part of the story or I've amplified the story. So we are, this is not entirely true because I see like, I see people in the background, they're cloaked. So to me, that's people that are either like rich or it's giving me like the 1%. And I see them like laughing and posting stuff online. Yeah, because I'm seeing the Tom Cruise meme where he's laughing like creepy. And I'm hearing cash grab. Why does this feel like this is more about making the conspiracy theorists sound crazy? This almost feels like something that used to happen. Because you know what they're drawing me to is, you know how like back in the day, like black and white stuff, and like before that even, like men would put on wigs and stuff and they'd play as women because like, I mean, I don't actually know why they didn't let women, but I'm assuming it's a power thing, right? Because that's what this feels like. It feels like back during a time where women didn't have as many rights. I don't think this is going on anymore. I'm hearing the word ritual, but I just feel like it's not happening anymore. Let's find out. Allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. Where does this originate from? And spirit team, is this a true thing? Do celebrities switch their genders? I'm hearing parents. Oh, okay. Here comes Ariana with yes and. So allegedly and for entertainment purposes only, there are no facts here. I feel allegedly, oh my God, I can't believe I'm going to say this. I really thought this was going to be bullshit, honestly. It feels like there are allegedly, what I'm seeing is a hierarchy. I've seen this a million times. It feels like, I can't believe I'm going to fucking say this. It's not as, God. It's not like a thing in terms of like, in order to be initiated into some sort of club, you have to change your gender. It's more of a parents already in the industry. Because it's given me like, you know what I'm seeing in my mind's eye is like, it was a while ago, but there was like a war on the internet about parents having the choice to like pick birth things. Yeah, they're drawing me to the eyeball on my desk. It's giving me less nefarious, more choosing my child. Like I keep hearing in vitro and I don't know shit about that. So forgive me. Is that like when you make the pregnancy happen? Like I'm hearing in utero. I don't know any of this shit, so I feel stupid. IVF. That's what I'm hearing. IVF. What does that stand for? In vitro fertilization. So that's when you mix it together, right? Because I'm seeing like a petri dish and I'm seeing it getting mixed. So this doesn't feel like transgender in terms of like I was born a boy and this feels more like picking my kid. That's what this feels like. This feels more like, this might be, there's two things happening, what I'm seeing. You have parents in the industry, so think, generational. So like my parents are famous and then I become famous, then my kids become famous. Is that type of group, right? That feels to me like a lot of these parents do IVF so that they can pick the gender of the child. That's what this feels like to me. This doesn't feel like some, like, I do feel like there might be a handful of parents, because they're showing me like kids that are born with like both parts and then the parent choosing which one it's going to end up being instead of like letting the child decide. So is it possible that we have a couple of people in the industry that might have been born with both? Because it's not as dark and dismal as I'm getting. It's more like there's a couple of bad apples in the group that they've been around in this for years. They have this obsession with money and fame and fortune. They don't know who they are. So it's giving me toddlers and tiara type of like helicopter parents type of vibe. With that temple of my body, this is giving me the vibe of like the child doesn't have control over the body, because obsession in the reverse is like obsession for the wrong reasons. Parent projecting onto the child. That's what this feels like, a parent projecting onto a child. So it doesn't feel like, and I'm sorry, because I know you guys are going to be like, but so-and-so said, but I'm asking for the origin of this story. That doesn't mean that there isn't a couple of bad apples that just straight up change it. But from what I'm getting, the reason this story is so popular is actually because you got a lot of rich fucks that want to do IVF to get the perfect child so that their reign over us doesn't stop. Does that make sense? Like, what I'm getting is a lot of people in the industry that either they tell you they can't have kids, so they adopt, or they, for some reason, they can't do it naturally, so they do in vitro. I'm seeing a lot of people go the in vitro route to pick a perfect child. That's what I'm seeing. Especially with the gluttony on the back of the deck. It's like, I know how the industry works, so I need to pick the perfect child. That's the vibe that it's giving me. It's like, I don't know who I am. It's reminding me of how all parents try to fucking live through their child if they don't feel like they live their lives. And being jealous of people around us. So it's like, guys, this isn't giving me ritual. I'm sorry. You know, I would tell you the truth. And honestly, like, I kind of thought that maybe, but if anything, I think you got a couple of, I just don't buy that this is a legit thing. I'm not saying that a couple haven't done it. I'm just saying this feels more like petri dishing your child to make the perfect kid. It's like, I see someone like making a cake and I'm seeing all the ingredients and it's like, we need this ingredient. We need to make sure it's this. So, that being said, I do feel like there, for some reason, there's like an affinity for, hold on, Spirit's talking. There's like an affinity for certain genders depending on what it is you want in the industry too. So like what I'm seeing, because I'm hearing like crooked in my head, there's like, how do I explain this, Spirit? So like, say you're already in the industry, right? Like think, let's do Jackson 5. That's a good one, right? Because their parents were in it. So say the Jackson 5 parents, I don't remember their name. So let's say the dad's name is Matt, right? Matt knows the industry well. He knows that right now boy groups are very popular. And so he pays extra to do IVF to make sure that he has boys so that boys will be, do you see what I'm saying? Like it feels more like that, less nefarious. If anything, like I do think, again, I've told you guys this a million times. Celebrity world is very different than ours. It's like they live on their own fucking island. So for me, I'm not seeing anything about changing gender if you're already that. But I know you guys are. I don't feel it. I really don't. I feel like it's. I think if a gender has been swapped, it's young. It's super young. It's like baby up to like 2 years old. You're not going to tell me that people are switching genders as an adult. That's not happening. I don't see it. But I do see people in the industry already that are like cherry picking their kids. And I also feel that some of these kids, I think this is why you guys tend to have an issue with people that have children. I feel like people are paying people for their kids. So like adopting kids and calling them their own. Cause I keep being drawn to like, why aren't these kids looking like their parents? Like if you saw a picture of my mother and my dad, you'd be like, it's a perfect 50-50 split. And I'm being drawn to like kids that look nothing like their fucking parents in Hollywood. And it's giving me the vibe of like, we paid for the perfect egg or we paid for the perfect sperm. And I'm telling you, if this is not a thing, because I know they can pick like eye color and shit like that. There's some way, but I'm telling you, they can pick gender too, because I'm seeing it. I'm seeing them like check a box for female or boy. So I do think that's a thing. I feel like the only way to really find out is to look at Michelle Obama, because that, I know that's where a lot of people are going to go towards. Alone in the world. Why? Sacrifice. Yeah, this feels more like a parent that this feels like this is how this cycle of abuse and celebrity stardom just continues. This just feels like another facet of the abuse of parents putting their kids into stardom. But I want to take a look at the cards. You know what? I know, because this is so popular, we're going to look at Michelle Obama, because like that's the only way to find out. So well, I'm sure there's other ways, but I want to take a look at Michelle Obama, because I feel like that's like the biggest one, because everybody has seen that video of her dancing in a dress. And if you know, you know. And if you don't, I'm going to move on, because I don't want to be disrespectful, but this is all alleged. Let's look at it. That was not English. Let's look at it. I don't know, y'all. Mercury retrograde. Let's continue. All right. So we'll quickly look at if Michelle Obama allegedly, and then we'll go from there. See if that kind of helps us. And if not, I'll pull more generically. But yeah, as always, if you guys enjoy these, thank you so much for sitting through 30 seconds of ads. It's a free and easy way to support my page. If you haven't liked this video, please like it already, because I don't even know what's going to happen in this video, y'all. And subscribe if you haven't. Do I take it? No, this doesn't feel like it's for me. Okay. Oh my God. Look at how this deck is not working with me. That says a lot. That tells me a lot. This deck feels nervous. It feels like it doesn't want to talk. That's interesting. You're talking. Uh-oh. Embarrassed. Shit. Allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. I can't believe I'm going to say this. I could totally be wrong. I am so open to being wrong. But this reads to me like a story about somebody who in their homeland was not accepted for who they are. And they were ashamed and embarrassed. And so they left and moved somewhere else. And that person is coming up as a Knight of Cups in reverse. So someone who, when they were younger, felt like their emotions, who they were, wasn't accepted. And so they thought on it for a while. They didn't want to be seen. But there was no avoiding it. And so they hid and ran because they were embarrassed. Yeah. Okay. Why do I have two men? No, my God. What? I did not just jump into a fucking conspiracy that deep. No, I did not. Oh my God. No. Y'all, oh God, I'm gonna get canceled. Why do these readings just get more intense? Oh my God. Why does this sound like the story of how Obama became president? Fuck. Okay. So, why am I hearing asylum? Okay, listen. This reading just changed direction. Is the rumor is that Obama's from Kenya, right? That's what they say. That's the conspiracy. In Kenya, are they against same-sex marriages? This reads to me, oh my God, I can't believe this just became a fucking Obama reading. This reads to me like there were two men that lived somewhere where they were not accepted for who they were. And it seems like an offer was offered to them. I'm hearing my what's his name? I don't know. The offer you can't refuse, that guy. Feeling young. Oh my God, I think I'm getting the origin of the Obamas. This is wild. Okay. Oh man, I'm shaking a little bit, y'all. Like, look at this. I don't want to have this conversation. Okay. Someone reached out to Obama. I see them going, you will fit, you will do. Something about his voice, which makes perfect sense because that man, oh my God, I always said, like, read me a story, like, you're showing my daddy issues, please. Like, I loved him for how he spoke so eloquently. But anyway, someone saw his potential and, like, cherry-picked him out to be the president, allegedly, and for entertainment purposes. Only no facts here, because I'm seeing someone going, I'm seeing them pull, and I'm seeing them bring him here, and I'm seeing an erase. So I do allegedly, listen, I'm so sorry. I didn't know this was going to go this route. I don't feel that Obama's from America, allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. I don't think that alone is a reason to cancel somebody, to be honest with you, because we've had American presidents for how long now, so I don't think it's that deep. But that being said, creating a dream that what you put in was not worth it, this is being paid off. This is hush money and money. So I think because I see somebody, you know what I'm hearing is like scouting. You know how like people show up at like high school football because it's like trying to get somebody for the league? That's what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. It's like I'm looking for potential. I'm drawn to Obama and I go, you're the one. Come with me. Like that's what I'm seeing. And it's like now we have to change you into the perfect, we got to give you the perfect backstory. We got to make it look right. You got to be appeasing to the people. And I feel like this is where the Michelle thing comes in. I think because, again, I mean, notice how many people are closeted in the industry, right? Like, did you see my Will Smith video, allegedly and for entertainment purposes only? Both of them. I think there's two. They, for some reason, you know, they'll be like, we support you, but then at the same time, in the industry, there's a shame. So I feel like, yeah, because I'm hearing dressed him up. I feel like somebody saw Obama's potential. They liked the way he talked. I get it. I fell for it too. It feels like they cherry picked him and pulled him out, brought him over. It's almost like, give me the vibe of like taking someone that has nothing and turning them into something else and then presenting them. Like this feels like the story, like it feels like a warped story of coming to America to do better. Because with this, it's like you get all the money, you get all the accolades. You just have to sign this gag order, this NDA. No one can ever know your backstory, and you get to be president. But it's like you get to be the fall guy. You get to be the face. Like, I don't think he had any idea what he was getting himself into. I actually do believe, allegedly and for entertainment purposes only, that Obama really felt like he could change something about this. He really did feel like, oh my God, not only do I get to go to America, but I can get a say. Like, I do feel like a lot of these presidents think they're going to have more power than they can. So I think they do actually have some remorse in letting us down, because this reads to me like someone who actually wanted to change the world. And I think that's why he pushed so hard for all of us in the rainbow community to have rights, because allegedly Obama's given me Will Smith 2.0. Obama's given me, I love men, but it's frowned upon. I think that's why that moment when it was legalized and he embraced Michelle so hard, yeah, I'm getting the chills. It's because, yeah. And honestly, like, this doesn't feel nefarious to me. It feels sad, if anything else. It feels like somewhat, because I'm seeing like a white dude with a briefcase that's rich, older, probably like 50s, 60s maybe, like just watching Obama and being like, you're perfect. You're good for the agenda. It's like, I'm sorry, but this is what I'm hearing. You're a man of color. All right, sure, you're dating a dude, but we could change that. I like the way you talk. People will pick the blue team now. You work. That you're perfect. Let's do it. So, listen, both sides are fucking crooked, all right? But with this, it's like, there's two men here. There's a Knight of Cups and a Knight of Wands. And it reads like, being weary, but a shady business dealer gave us an opportunity to create a life that's better than what we have. This doesn't read like anything. All the nefarious seems to come from people we don't know exist. That the 1%, the people that have the money. It doesn't feel like, it feels like the people that we end up canceling a lot of these times are people that are just faces. Like Obama's the face, but he's not the brains. Michelle's another face. She, however she wants to define herself, she's not the brains. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, success at a cost. Because now you guys have to be responsible with your words. You have to say what we say, do what we do. That's the key to your success. But I think they were just kind of like, we'll have a good life, we'll party, we'll have friends, we'll change the world. This feels like another like coming of age, like I, traveled from Mexico and now I'm just trying to build something for my family. I don't feel like Obama and Michelle themselves were evil. I just feel like they were another group of people that got paid off for an agenda that's going on behind the scenes that we're not getting. I don't think it has anything to do with like Honestly, this all seems to boil down to greed. No matter how I look at all these conspiracies, it always seems to boil down to greed. There's no agenda here to make everybody transgender. I don't see that. I don't see any agenda to mess up the kids, because I hear Alex Jones in my head being like, the frogs are gay. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I like some of the things Alex Jones says, but sometimes, like, that's the problem with conspiracy theorists, y'all. Just as easy as it is for them to lie to us about the truth, they can also throw in shit that's not the truth for us to believe because we don't trust them. Think of the narcissist. That's what Spirit's telling me. Think of the narcissist, right? When the narcissist lies to you so much, you're not going to believe them that 1 in a billion when they tell the truth. So, you know, you've been lied to your whole life, and then the narcissist is like, I don't know, go hang out with your friends, and you're like, no, I don't trust you. But they actually mean it this time because they don't want you around. You know what I mean? Like, it's that vibe. It's like the government's not that smart. They're greedy. So this feels like a story of paying off somebody that they saw potential in and dressing it up for optics sake. Because what I think is happening is you got a bunch of white, rich men that are older in the background. Those men they're racist, they're sexist, they're everything that's bad with society. They're the ones in control. So it's a lot of the times it's not the faces. Like the ones that are getting called out, you're already seeing it come down. But for me, this is just not as nefarious as everybody made it out to be, which kind of annoys me. Because I don't see anything too evil here. Oh, you know what? We could take this a different route, because I guess we're just going crazy today. That's what we're doing. Really, hold on, back deck first. Yeah, slow and steady wins the race. Slow, consistent growth. We get to... This does not feel nefarious. Lovers. Slow, consistent growth. And I'll be emotionally fulfilled. Well, there goes like that. Starting over, releasing anxiety. Queen of Wands. I just keep hearing like, hey, honey, I think you just had gays running the world for 8 years. I don't know what to tell you. But that being said, since we're already on conspiracy, I can hear y'all in the comments. What about the pizza thing? Fine. I'll do it. Fuck it. This is all legend and for entertainment purposes only. There are no facts here. But if we're going to cover the transgender thing, I think we need to cover the pizza thing. So it doesn't feel like they were nefarious in the beginning, but let's check it out. This pizza, I don't know what I'm allowed to say. Gate, and then that food I just mentioned. Okay? Okay. Okay, I don't think I've ever been more nervous to do a reading. All right, so let's see. As always, thank you to everybody that sits through 30 seconds of ads. Thank you to everybody that comments down below. I'll see you guys on the other side. Also, I would never take my own life, just so we're clear on that. Yeah. Fuck. All right. Ordering a lot of pizza. Let's find out. Oh, God. Okay. Okay. Fuck. So, oh, fuck. Walking on eggshells. 6 of Cups is the past, but it's also youth. 6 of Wands in the reverse gives me an arrogance, because it's like an ego. Page of Cups is a youthful energy. 4 of Cups. This one reminds me more right now with the imagery of like being bored with life and looking for interesting new ways to make life doable. And then 2 of Wands reversed is friction. I think you guys know what I'm fucking saying. Children. Child. Little boy. Page of Cups in the regular Rider-Waite is a boy. And I did say in the first half that it felt like 2 gays. Really? Really? Can they sniff out? Is this part of why I think this was just, maybe they can sniff out their fellow friends. I don't fucking know. Oh my God. Anyway. Out of my comfort. Why? Oh my God. Why do I keep seeing Wayfair? No, I don't want to. What did I sign up? Y'all, whoever. I'm not going to call you out because honestly I did want to do this reading, but I was hoping I was wrong. You know when you just hope you're wrong. But anyway. Queen of Swords in reverse is manipulation with your words. Five of Wands in reverse is usually about conflict in the upright, but with the reverse, it's like there's no one else to fight for you. And then the Hermit reversed is like, I'm not where I'm comfortable. Yeah. Nine of Swords reverse is not being able to deal with my anxiety. Seven of Pentacles is biding time. And then Page of Pentacles is another child. Oh, this energy sucks. I feel like, guys, I'm going to have to skirt around what I'm saying. You got to be picking up what I'm putting down. But I'm going to have to dance around this to make sure that this stays up. I did not expect this to be the reading that I was going to get today, but here we are. I feel like the pizza emails are real. I do. I just keep seeing like code in my mind. It's like I'm seeing a word and then it equals, and then I see like, I think there is truth to that. Like I'm seeing I'm seeing the word pizza, and I'm seeing equals, and then I'm seeing like a light blue. I don't know if that's literally how it works or if that's just a metaphor to give me an idea. But, you know, when you're about to have a child and it's a boy, you're likely to pick blue. You know what I mean? I see little boys. I feel fucking sick. I feel sick. I was really hoping that was something the conspiracy theorists made up. I really did. I really thought that. I was hoping it was bullshit, but that is not how these cards read. Okay, disconnecting, regrets. Okay. I feel so sick in this energy. Are you kidding me? Bro, I think this is why they showed me OJ. There's some sort of weird, I'm telling you, these people don't move like we do. It's like when a sociopath is born and like you're in school with them and you're like, why are you completely different than me? It's kind of giving me that same vibe. Like this energy is disgusting, first of all. Like I'm having trouble staying grounded. Spirit team, please reground me. This is like, I don't like looking at my behavior. I have a lot of regrets about the things that make me happy that involve family. And talks have already come out, but we're trying to keep it hush-hush. Because we're still doing it. I don't know if it's just them or if it's not everyone. Obviously, not everyone's sick and twisted, but damn it, I did not mean to stumble on this today, but here we are. I wonder if this is why I brought up how kids don't look like, because wasn't there a rumor, I guess this is an Obama conspiracy reading now, wasn't there a rumor that like their kids are from this family and like the family looks just like them? Because I allegedly believe that. Because I'm feeling that energy right now. It's like we got to put on a show of a family. We have to look like a family. I also feel like, as fucked up as this is, they wanted a family. Like, I really don't get how you can like something this disgusting and then also want kids. Like, how do you not put two and two together? Like, I don't know, whatever. Not even whatever. I think they were afraid that it was going to come out. I think it's like, if we keep looking like the perfect family, no one will ever question how we move. You know what I feel also? First of all, it's giving me the vibe of like Diddy grooming Usher. So I don't feel, allegedly, like they were like this. Does that mean that it's an excuse? No. But what I'm saying is I feel like, again, like I've said in these readings, that whoever's in control, they normalize this shit. And the younger you are, the more you're going to be like, this is just how shit works. You know, like you just you get hurt, and then, you know, you get money and you shut up. Like it's normalized here. So I almost feel, yeah, I fucking knew it. I'm seeing the scene from what I think it's Dark Mirror. This is why I screw up the Oracle deck name. Black Mirror. I don't know, that TV show on Netflix where like they're blackmailing the president, so he has to F a pig. I feel like allegedly they in the beginning blackmailed the Obamas, and then it kind of went downhill from there. Like, I think they do this with everybody. But again, it depends on, like, because, like, what I'm seeing is, like, streams of people and how there's, like, connections. I've been telling you guys this in all my conspiracy theorist readings. There's, like, a network. And it's, like, you got people that run Amazon. You got people that run Google, Meta, news networks, the jabs, stuff like that. And, like, the thing is, the common denominator is money. But in order to keep people not talking, we have to, one, blackmail you, and then two, find your vice so that we could use it to our advantage. And I think at first it was blackmail, like, you know, if you ever say anything, we'll kill you. You don't, you know, because you're not from America and stuff like that. But I also, because I'm seeing like Diddy and how he like groomed Usher. So it's kind of giving me that same vibe. Like, it's normal here. Like maybe it was like first, yeah, because I'm seeing my bowl for the swingers club with the watches. So it's like, it feels like they were groomed too. I feel like that's just part of the process of this industry. It's like they came in with the idea of like, we're going to change the world, yada, yada. And then it was like, here's some 18-year-old boys that you could sleep with. And then they're like, oh my God, this is great. Like all the benefits of being a president and the president's wife and blah, blah, blah. And then it's almost like, yeah, because I'm hearing how low can you go? So I feel like what they do is they slowly push the moral compass of people to get what they want, because then they could get anything. Think about it. You know how like, you know what they're showing me is like those crime shows where the cop is scared because you threaten their family. So first it starts with like running a license plate. But now they've already got you because you would get fired if your boss found out you ran a license plate. So what started as something little like a license plate turns into you now helping the bad guy kill people and get away with it. You see what I'm saying? There's like a moral compass that they just push everybody. They do it to everyone. It's like the further we can push your moral compass, the more control we have over you. That's what's happening. That's the bigger theme that we're all missing. It's not that these people are hardwired like that. I mean, once you're in there for a while, yeah, then it continues. But it's like the people that they draw in. It's like I'm being back drawn to Bieber, where it's like where Diddy was like, oh yeah, we'll get you all the ladies, but we all know how Diddy moves now. So it's like everything comes with a price. That's what we're missing. So when they throw these conspiracies out, the reason that we believe it is because part of it's true. There's always some semblance of truth. But here's the thing. A lot of the intel that you're getting is from the mouth itself. And so what you're getting is half-truths so that they can call you crazy and shut you up. It's funny. It's like, well, it's not funny, but they're smart because it's the people that are, obviously there are people that don't like this, that are leaking shit, but there's also people that don't want you to know how deep this goes, so they half leak. That's what I'm seeing. It's like I'm seeing the same people that cherry-picked Obama, like sending shit into Google so that you think that, you know, Obama is a shape-shifting lizard. Meanwhile, you have no idea that these white dudes in suits that rule the world are the ones pushing children onto adults that may not have, had they not had the opportunity. I mean, granted, if someone gave me an opportunity like that, I would tell them to go to hell and die. But, you know, to each their own. But I almost wonder if they're going to, it feels like they're out of the spotlight because they might be people going down too. Because remember, I told y'all back in 2020, I will always bitch about this because the amount of people that called me fucking crazy. I said back in 2020, the whole industry's going down. It does not matter. And I was fucking right. I'm just saying. But the Obamas might eventually go down too. Because what I'm seeing is like, I'm seeing like someone sweeping up. And it's like I'm sweeping up everybody. But I'm being heavily drawn to this chessboard. And like I said, this is why like the Jay-Z reading, it feels like he's not going to get caught or whatever for another like 10 years. But that's the thing. It's because there's so many people that they're going after right now. And again, like I said, in the Jay-Z reading and the Diddy reading, our brains would break if they just showed us everything that they know already. If you turned on the news today and it was like, by the way, everyone you've ever been a fan of has like touched kids and, you know, mafia shit. Like that would be a lot on one day. And so what I'm seeing is a slow, drawn out process of change because this is how the industry has always been. Like, remember when everybody was like, Diddy could never, and then he never before. Like, it's a lot like that. But let's go back to the reading. Spirit, tap me back in. Okay, regrets, family, yeah. Worried about people talking. They intentionally moved out of the spotlight. Because they know. Yeah, because I'm being drawn. That's so weird. I've never noticed this. There's 3 swords right there, which reminds me of the 3 of swords, which is heartbreak. And then Ace of Cups, it's in the reverse. It's like I can't offer anything anymore. Chariot, I gotta go. So I think, yeah, because I'm hearing that song Something and Run. I don't know what the words are, but I'm hearing and run. I just see, did they move or something? Because it's giving me the vibe of like, new phone, who this? Because it's like maybe if we stay out of the spotlight, because it's almost giving me the vibe of like we're going to go down eventually too. So we'll take the least amount of, because I see them looking at Biden and being like, we ain't going to go down like that. Like that's kind of the vibe. It's like, we're not going to go down in history like that. Like I just see them looking at Biden and being like, no. Like, so I feel like they're out of the spotlight because it's like, oh my God, to people that love the Obamas, they're really going to hate this reading, huh? I loved him too, don't get me wrong. But here we are being lied to always. Knight of Swords, it's like we wanted to be your saviors. But at one point, we just stopped being emotionally invested because it's like, what I'm seeing is like greed, gluttony, and all that biblical shit where it's like, I don't know, the sins or whatever. That's kind of the vibe. So I wonder if ironically, do they say that they're religious? Allegedly, have they come out and been like, I'm religious because I believe that? I do. The fucking irony. It's always the religious ones that commit harm. No offense. If you're religious, I don't mean, it's not all of any group. There's just bad people in every group. But I just always find it ironic that the people that are like, you have to follow God are the same ones that fuck up shit. Like, really? Maybe worry about yourself. Yeah, disconnect, 8 of Cups. Bro. They're running. I think they can get out of this. That's the irony here. It's like maybe if we hear no evil, see no evil is what I'm hearing. It's like a disconnect, emotionally running away. 8 of Swords is a victim of circumstance. Oh my God, they feel like victims. Shut up. What? I can't with these entitled fucks. I can't. They feel like they're victims because I think that's why that was in my head earlier of like, would they have done it if that's their thoughts. That's why I was like, that's a weird thing for me to think. That's their thoughts. It's like, would we have done it if y'all didn't offer us up this stuff? It's kind of, again, it's, I can't get Wayfair out of my head, first of all. I cannot get Wayfair out of my head. Victim of circumstance. I shit you not. I think, you know what I'm getting? What I'm seeing is like fragmentation in my mind's eye. So it's kind of giving me this vibe of like, in order to come over to America, change who they are, become who they need to be presidents. I think they had already lost themselves by the time they were initiated. Like, it's already like we gave up so much of who we are. Like, I almost see Obama being like, I don't like women. Like, I see him being like, I'm in love with you, but I don't like women. So I almost feel like, I think there's resentment that Obama had, because it's like, I want Mike. Like, I don't want Michelle. I want Mike. And I think that's why Michelle, allegedly, no facts here, never got surgery, which is why there's videos where you could kind of tell, allegedly, no facts here. What could I possibly know? And I feel like Obama built resentment towards the industry. I think Michelle had resentment towards the industry. It's like I gave away part of myself in order to, it's kind of giving me the vibe of like I sold my soul, but it's more metaphorical. And I think they both shut off. And I think what happens when you shut off, you lean into vices because you're trying to feel alive. And unfortunately and disgustingly, because they were both miserable, they leaned into the vice that was offered to them. Because again, it's normalized over there, allegedly. Yeah, and then they were paid off. And then they paid others off as well. Because they were the nightmare. Look at this. Look at this. Ace of Wands. That's a dick. Wands is passion. It's sex. It's reversed. It's something that happened in the past. And then Four of Swords. But on this deck, look, there's a monster under my bed. That reminds me of a child, right? A child. This reminded me of Freddy. And the boy child. Wasn't it a boy child on that Freddy movie? Nightmare with Freddy, whatever the channel, no brain, sorry. Like, I'm getting the visual of that movie where it's like he's afraid of the grown man. Do you see what I'm saying? Afraid of the grown man. But then Six of Pentacles right next to it, paid off. I'm telling you, this feels like a network of sex workers, except it's like they have a deal. There's something I can't pick this up. There is like an industry underneath the industry that almost feels like slavery. It could border on it. And I think this is why we're hearing about stuff slowly, because it feels like there's an industry of like, I've seen this before. Have people come out with barcodes on their neck? Or maybe that's just a metaphor for me to realize that they're not treated like people. I don't know. But I'm seeing like sex workers, and allegedly, for entertainment purposes only, no facts here, I think the reason that they argue so much about sex workers, like online, so that we argue about sex workers, is so we're distracted so that they can continue to do the sex worker shit. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm saying that they're having us fight about it so that we don't notice what they're doing. That's what this feels like. Because I think we already know about girls. We already know about them abusing young kids. So is this really that hard of a stretch to think politicians would be in on it too? A burden, yeah. Work. It's just a matter of time. I think this is one of many. I know that you guys were like, I want to know about, I'm not seeing it be that nefarious. Slow and steady. Yeah, it's because they went from rags to riches. And they took advantage of it like everybody else would, except I think they shut their souls down because I'm hearing the song Find the Cost of Freedom. So it's like, got to change my name, got to change my face, got to change my background. It's kind of given like, new name, new phone, who this? I don't think that they really wanted to change who they were. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that, allegedly, I don't think Michelle wanted to be a Michelle. You know what I'm saying? But I think greed and power took over both of them. And it was like, fuck it. I'm going to make a whole life for myself. I mean, if they allegedly came from Kenya and then now they're super fucking rich, are we shocked? Like, I don't know. Real quick, I want to do one more poll. This reading's all over the place. This conspiracy mess is what this is. One more poll. I want to look again at the origin of this gender swap thing. Okay, so last poll, the origin of this gender swap for fame thing. Listen, this is all legend for entertainment purposes only. Thank you for sitting through 30 seconds of ads. It's a free and easy way to support my page. Like this video if you haven't already. Share it with your friends before it gets in trouble and I get in trouble with it. I feel like it's a half truth. Like it's not a normalized thing. It feels more of like a higher up, like the higher up you go. It's giving me more like cherry picking children for fame and fortune. Yeah, because every time I say it, I get drawn to my fool's gold over here. So I do think it's a thing. I just don't, because what I see is like men, not to be confused with Men in Black, but men in black suits. Also did a reading on if Men in Black was real. Check that out. But I see men in suits that are the ones doing this. Yeah, because I'm being drawn to a snake symbol on my desk. Where it's like they're putting out the stories, but it's like half truth, so that I don't think it's as nefarious as people think it is. Okay. Catastrophic event. I feel like someone approaches you with an opportunity that will shake the shit up of your life. But why? I don't see the why. Past. Huh. Wait a second. I think I get it. There's two things going on. So one, it's like a manipulation tactic. It's really weird. It's like, it's just another thing to have on you. I don't think it's that deep. There's no like transgender agenda thing happening. I'm not seeing that. What I'm seeing is ways of manipulate, because I almost see like people having the right features. Because you know who I'm being drawn to is one of the women that they say could be a dude. I don't know if this is true, but I'm seeing Brooke Shields in my mind. And what I'm seeing is like strong shoulders, jawline. So it's like we're looking for features that are preferable to us. Because I keep being drawn to like the jawline. There's features, again, it's bringing me back to like IVF shit. There's features that we want. There's features that we look for. It's really fucking weird. So it's like if you have that, but you're not the right gender, it's giving like industry plant a little bit. It's like we're willing to put in the money if we see something in you, but for some reason there's something to do with like, it's like you're almost what we need, but not entirely. So it's like, then we'll switch the gender. So I almost, and again, with the Six of Cups in the reverse, it's reminding me of the past. So again, I don't feel like they do this anymore. I feel like if this, Spirit, can you give me a time frame of like when was one of the last times they did something like this? It's been decades. Like at least a decade. It's been at least a decade. I don't feel they do this anymore. Because now it's like I could just pick somebody off the street and you'll do. Like now they just pay people off. They wipe out their background and they make shit up. Because I'm seeing Google and I'm seeing a name and then I'm seeing them erase it and then I'm seeing them put in something else. So my throat keeps giving out on me too. Oh my God. Someone don't want me to say this. But Ten of Swords in the reverse, that's self-sabotage. Followed by Six of Wands, that's ego and pride and a need to achieve. Nine of Cups. Next to the Magician in reverse, I will manipulate to get whatever it is that I want to get. So, Brooke Shields is a potential, allegedly. It just feels like, because I keep being drawn to like really, really old school. Like back when like they did plays and shit, but they had the men play as women too, because it was like just some sort of like issue with women. There's like a whole, I'm telling you, it's like living on a fucking island that does not mix with us. It's like homeschool children are celebrities, because this reads like you're almost what we need, but not exactly. So we're going to change you a little bit. That Four of Swords that was at the beginning reminded me of like medical. It reminds me of like, because I'm seeing somebody with the wraps on their face, like resting in a hospital bed. Like that's what I'm seeing. But this feels more like people who were already in the industry. Does Brooke Shields, were her parents in the industry? Because it feels like this was something that used to happen. It used to happen. And it was something to do with like an issue with females or something. There's something like an issue with women. It almost feels like they have a preference for men, anatomically speaking, but it's like you still need women. This feels like men that don't like women but still need to put on a show. Again, like they keep drawing me to back in the day when men put on wigs. I wonder if that's what they're going on about with. I don't think that's an embarrassment ritual or whatever the fuck. I just think that it's because I'm seeing like, John Cena in a dress, and it's like, John Cena has nothing to prove. He'll wear a fucking dress. So I feel like, again, that's propaganda. The problem, what I'm seeing in my mind's eye, I'm sorry, I'm channeling more than I'm getting from the cards, so bear with me. But what I'm seeing in my mind's eye, I wish I could show you my face right now, is greed. It's all I'm seeing is pure greed. And it's like, back in the day, there was like an issue with women. I don't know what it is. It's like we don't like women. For some fucking reason, there's an issue with liking women. But there's also a double thing that I'm getting. This is more from spirit than the cards. There is also... See, I'm afraid... Okay. Trigger warning. If you have friends that are trans, or if you are trans, I want to tell you that I support you. I have transgender friends myself, good ones. But there's something here about also switching the gender for money fucks with the mind somehow, because I'm seeing fragmentation in my mind's eye. I think regular transgender people, maybe they won't because they actually feel that gender. But what I'm seeing is people taking money to switch genders to fit a role that they need in the industry. But it's like, I never even wanted to be that gender. That's the vibe. It's like getting paid off because they don't want a woman, but you have the features we need. Because you know what I'm being drawn to is like, oh my God, that's a good one. You know who Jesse Williams is from Grey's Anatomy, but also a lot of movies? Beautiful, light-skinned chocolate man, bright blue eyes. Just he's so gorgeous. Excuse me. Whew. But it's kind of giving me that vibe where it's like men with feminine features, that softness. I think they like that. There's something weird where it's like we like to mix things that aren't supposed to go together. You know what I mean? Not saying that, men shouldn't have feminine features, but there's something about like, they got this weird, like, because I'm seeing like a cauldron and like mixing shit. I'm telling you, they got something about genetics. There's something to do with genetics here. It's reminding me of my Madeleine McCann reading very strongly. But I just don't, you're not going to convince me that they still do this. You're not. I don't feel like it's something that still happens anymore. In fact, I think someone, because I'm hearing like cut the shit when I look at that tower card. So I feel like at some point someone was like, this shit needs to stop. So I just I don't believe this is still going on. But I think in the past, yes. Because there's something to do with like a mixture of we didn't like women back then, and also it's another manipulation tactic. Like imagine you want to be famous, right? And you're a female, and they're like, well, you have a striking jawline and you have good muscles. We'll pay you a shit ton of money, but you have to change your gender to a man in order for us to work with you. And some people say yes. I don't think this is anything crazy where like they hold you down and force you. I do believe that there are children from the industry itself where they pre-pick. I do feel that heavily. I think this is why so many celebrities have IVF, because I keep being drawn to IVF, y'all. I'm telling you, I feel like they pre-pick their babies. And I think this is why we've had conversations in the past about the morality of it, because it's the industry. The industry does it. It's a fucking... if they don't pay off people to have their kids, which is also a thing, they cherry pick their kids. I mean, you got that type of money. I mean, to each their own. I guess I can't really judge on that. It's not my place. But, let God make what God wants to make. But whatever. Anyway. Okay. Disconnect. Yeah, this isn't happening anymore. You're not going to get me to believe. Because someone came in and was like, someone came in at one point and was like, this is fucked up. We're not doing this. There's plenty of people on the world. We don't have to change people. We'll just find the ones we want. And now I'm seeing like, again, I'm being drawn right back to football where they're scouting. So I think at first they didn't know how to scout like they do these days. So it was like, you'll do, but I need to change you and you'll get more money for it. That's what that feels like. So it's like, I see a man. Yeah, okay, that's a good visual. So, again, going back to Jesse Williams, if you know who that is, He's been in a lot of movies. Again, he's like this light-skinned chocolate man with bright blue eyes. He's beautiful. But it's, again, I could say the word he's beautiful because of the traits he has. So it's kind of that vibe. It's like if I'm in the industry and I have a kid and that kid has striking features, but I don't know how to describe this. It's like you have features that would make you look great as a girl, but you're a man, so I'm going to change you into a girl because then you'd be a beautiful girl. It's kind of giving me like if when Brooke Shields was a child, she had striking feminine features, and so she was changed into a girl. Like, that's kind of the vibe of what I'm getting. And I see parents like taking deals, and I see IVF. Again, I think IVF is the biggest contender to this. I don't think it's a gender transition thing. I don't feel like that. I think it used to be, but I think that was a long time ago. And I see people throwing shit into the media to get you guys thinking it's still happening. Because again, I'm being drawn right back to OJ Simpson, where it's like, if I did kill my wife. So it's kind of the vibe of like, well, you can't catch me because I'm not doing it anymore. So let me throw out some conspiracy where it's half true. And then y'all look crazy because you're chasing down something that's not really there because they're not doing it anymore. That death card, Two of Cups, separation, whoever it was that thought this was a good idea, they're not involved anymore. They're not there anymore. Whoever it was that was like, we should do this, whoever started it, whoever was involved in this club, they're not involved anymore. They either died. It kind of feels like they might have died, to be honest with you. Or they got. But with that death card, it feels pretty literal. Two of Cups in reverse, we've disconnected from this person. Someone else with more of a moral compass, more of a I want to help people came in. So I do feel like whoever started this, they're not here anymore. Yeah, and it's an issue with trust between we the people and the people up there. Yeah, because Queen of Cups, it's like we, again, just like I said, we don't trust them anymore. We don't feel safe with our own government. So it's like there's really nothing. So it's just kind of like they feel like they're the victims, the irony and all that. Because it's like, well, how are we supposed to make you guys happy then? Like, you don't believe anything we say anyway. Like, that's the fucking vibe. And it's like, are you kidding me? Like, of course we don't believe you. You lie all the time. Why would we believe? Whoever I'm tapping into, the fucking entitlement, dude. Yeah, it's like responsibilities and juggling. Yeah, victim of circumstances. I'm telling you, it's like there was one person, Page of Wands, there was one person that started this. That was like, yeah. With this, it's kind of giving me the vibe of like today for tomorrow energy. So like today you're a guy, tomorrow you're a girl. Like that's kind of the vibe. But again, with that Eight of Swords in reverse, it's like a victim of circumstances because someone else is leading the show. So whoever this was, like the closest I could give you to conspiracy would be, I mean, this is pretty conspiracy, but in terms of gender swapping, I just don't think it's a thing anymore. I just don't. Like, I don't believe that Taylor Swift is a dude. I don't feel that because I just feel like this, whatever this was, I feel like it happened before Taylor Swift was on scene. This feels like more like when Brooke Shields was a kid. I would say around that generation. That's when it feels more prominent. Nowadays, it's just like we'll pick any Tom, Dick, and Harry off the street. If you look right, we'll pick you. Like that's kind of the vibe. Yeah, I feel like they had a conversation in the past and it was like, this is causing us more harm than good. This person needs to go. Queen of Swords, I cut them off. So yes, this was a thing. It was, but it's not anymore. I think they've switched. I think that's why I keep getting IVF. I think they've since switched to IVF. I think that's why you're seeing so many people having IVF babies. It's not that they can't have regular babies. It's that they're cherry picking their babies. That's what's going on. That's what the real conspiracy is today. It's not gender swapping anymore. I think it was a thing in the past for a couple of people because it was like, you would do better as a guy. You would do better as a girl. Again, it's giving me like, you know, you have a man friend and you're like, oh my God, your eyelashes are so long. I would kill for those eyelashes. As a chick, that's kind of that vibe. It's like, I see your long eyelashes, your pretty eyes. You would do well as a female. I'll pay you more to switch your gender. But I feel like that happened decades ago. I don't feel like it's still a thing. I do feel like that's why maybe allegedly, potentially Brooke Shields, because I keep seeing her in my mind's eye, but I feel like that was a different time. I don't feel like they do it anymore. That Queen of Swords with the Ten of Wands, it's like, you got to go. You're causing us too much problems. That's what's happening here. And I just keep hearing like we got plenty of people to pick from. We don't have to keep morphing people. And I'm being drawn back to IVF. It's like we can create the perfect entertainment kid. We just, because what I'm seeing is like, I don't know, Spirit Team, can you give me a couple, like an example of a couple? Did Beyonce and Jay-Z do IVF? Because what I'm seeing in my mind is like famous couples and a computer screen at like a walk-in, except I don't think it's really a walk-in. It's probably like wherever you get babies. I don't know. I'm not a person that wants kids. But like what I'm seeing is like them checking boxes. It's like boy or girl. Okay, I want a boy. All right, blue, green, brown eyes. Okay, blue eyes. And how tall? Do you want them to be tall or short? Okay. It's like you can make it's like Build-A-Bear, but it's like Build a Kid. So that's why, I think this is why the conspiracy theorists are coming out nowadays. Because it's like, you know how, okay, oh, this is going to make sense. You know how MK Ultra, they gaslit us forever, but when they were done with the whole MK Ultra thing, then they gave us the redacted pages because they were done with it? That's the vibe. It's like, we're done doing that stuff now, so now it could sell for good conspiracy. That's the vibe. It's like, we're not using this anymore, but this will kick up talk because that's the thing. They don't care what you're talking about so long as you're talking about it. Because if you're talking about it, then you're looking into it. If you're looking into it, then you're using all the social medias, which gets them all the revenue, and you're helping the celebrities still, you know, because the more clicks, the more it's going to show up. So for them, it's like, all right, they only know half the secret anyway. We can make them go crazy, and now they'll, you know, go down a 10-hour YouTube binge and think about how many ads you took in order to do the 10-hour YouTube binge. So for them, it's like, it's funny to them. For them, it's like, you only got half the truth anyway. You're never going to prove what we did. So we'll give it to you because then it's still, like, I'm seeing someone kicking up dust. It's like, it still gets us. Because, like, for instance, I don't know what Brooke Shields is doing nowadays. It's almost giving me the vibe of like, well, they fell off and they don't really make money for us anymore. So let's throw this into the media so that you're being talked about again. That's kind of the vibe. It's like extending the shelf life of a celebrity. You know what I mean? Because like Obamas aren't in the spotlight right now. Yet the past few years, everybody's bringing this conspiracy up. It's almost like, well, fuck it. You can't prove it anyway, and it'll bring us more money. That's the vibe of all of this. You're not going to convince me that they're currently doing this. This feels old news, super old. I'm talking a couple decades. And since then, it's like an IVF thing. It's not a transgender thing. And I feel like another part of the reason that they're doing this is to start problems for the transgender community. Again, it's giving me, you know who I can't get out of my head is Doja Cat. And Doja Cat is known for trolling people, right? Sorry, I kicked the desk. That's the vibe. That's how I would explain this. It's as if Doja Cat ran the internet. Like, that's kind of the energy. It's like, let me fuck with people because they'll never get to the truth anyway. So might as well make some sales. Like, that's kind of the vibe. But no, they're not doing this anymore. Back deck. What's hidden? Intuition. I need more cards. What? Family. Yeah, they've disconnected from this. Okay, so the intuition thing is us already knowing that something was a lie. And that's, again, what I was getting about how now it's on the internet and everything. It's us knowing about the lies, but they are the ones that already put it out. The strength card's in reverse. That's like ego, pride. It's in the reverse. So it's like they wanted it to come out. Why? Because they don't do it anymore. It's like people can be privy to it now. We don't do it anymore, so it's not like we can get canceled for it. This is not how the family unit works anymore, and I'm being drawn right back to IVF, and it's like click, click, click. So, do I think that celebrities change their gender for fame? I think they used to. I don't think they do it anymore because now it's more like a cherry picking thing. Now it's more like, can you focus, please? Thank you. Now it's more of a cherry picking thing. Now it's more like, because I'm being drawn to the Katt Williams interview where he's like industry plants. I don't think it's as deep as people think industry plants really means. It's more like we picked you off the street because you have an image or you got something we're looking for, and we're going to throw you onto the scene even though you didn't do the work, you don't have the talent. It's more like, and I think this is why people hate some of these people. I think what we're seeing here is you got rich people that are like, we're looking for a specific thing. We don't have any of the talented people. They're not meeting what we need. And so I heard about this dude in New York that did a comedy sketch and he sucked, but he's gorgeous. Like, oh my God. Why am I being drawn to Matt Rife? Oh, that's interesting. Matt Rife has those beautiful features too. I think now, instead of just changing genders, I think they just search out people that look like what they're looking for. I allegedly, if you guys know who the comedian Matt Rife is, who like went under fire immediately, I feel like he could be one of the industry plants because I'm getting like a nod, and it's like, it's not necessarily an industry plant thing. It's what we're looking for. It's like what sells, and we need that to sell. And so it's like a scouting thing. I'm telling you, it's like football scouting. I feel like Matt Rife is one of them because I literally said the other day that his back and forth is great, but his show itself wasn't that good. And I think this is why you have an issue with actual artists versus like artists that are like not that great, that'll do everything. That's because they're not doing this weird shit anymore. They're just like the NFL. They're like, ooh, this person looks good. This person has this energy that maybe they understand how energy works. I don't know. But it's almost like I see Matt Rife getting picked up and placed. So it's like, it's not a nefarious thing. It's just more like what sells. So I think it might have been like Brooke Shields' generation, guys. I don't think it's a current thing. I just don't feel it. I think it might have stopped around Brooke Shields' generation because I see someone coming into the scene going, enough. There's a different way to do this. And I think their selling point, the irony in all this, I think the reason they won was because it saved them money. Because I'm being drawn back to the Ace of Pentacles. And it's like, we could do this by picking someone off the street. You're wasting way too much money. And this will cause for tension, which will cost us more money. Because again, I'm being drawn to like rappers that are against each other, like Nicki and Megan. And it's like, if we put in a plant, then our artists that are entitled will get pissed, and then they'll go off, and then they'll humble themselves. It's kind of giving me the vibe of like, that boss that doesn't want to give you the raise. So they hire someone that's, going to do the work for less money. That's what we're dealing with nowadays. Cherry picking. I think that's where the industry plants come in. It's not an industry plant. It's just how look, Seven of Swords. This is manipulation, deceit. It's like, look at how this person's like stalking these people and they have no idea. This is what the industry does now. They find people that they're looking for. They look for a specific type. So they either create it with IVF or they search them out. I'm just repeating myself. Offer them money and offer them a chance of fame and fortune and all the glitz and glam, and then they're in the crew. Everybody knows about it, and I think that's why it's kind of like a dog eat dog, because they're showing me like, how Selena, Taylor Swift and them versus like Kardashians and Hailey Bieber and them. It's like, that's what we're missing. It's really not a plants, industry plants or none of that. It's just people without talent getting cherry picked because they look good. That's what's going on. I don't know what you guys want to make of this reading because this shit was all over the place. But that's the information I got. I think I could do a part 2 eventually, but I just don't even know what I'd cover it on. So if you guys want me to do a part 2, let me know in the comments. But y'all got to let me know what to focus on because this was a broad topic. So they gave me a broad answer. I'd have to dive into specific people. But like I said, you're not going to convince me that this is still happening. I just don't see it. I see it more as like all these celebrities that are like, we can't have kids, so we're doing IVF. They can have kids. They just want to cherry pick their kids. That's what's going on. Or they'll pay for someone else's kid. Because again, it's like it fits an image or something. It's almost like either I can't have kids, so I'll buy somebody else's kids, or I can have kids, but I need the perfect. It's always about perfection with these people. That's the main thing, perfection and money. Yeah. So I'm going to leave it at that. Like I said, let me know in the comments what you guys know, because I'm a little confused here. I don't feel like it's something that's still going on. You're not going to tell me it's happened in the past 10 years.
no, I don't buy that. I don't buy that Taylor Swift is a dude. I don't buy that. I'm a little curious about Brooke Shields because she keeps coming to my mind. I think it happened back in the day. I don't think it's happening now. I think whoever it was that had this idea, they either died or they got or they just disconnected from the group. I don't know. But now it's more about making perfect babies with in vitro. So yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. I hope that you guys enjoyed this deep dive. Let me know if you guys want me to do more conspiracy readings in the comments. You guys can find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. All the links are down below. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, just know that it takes up to 3 weeks. So please bear in mind, you would rather have a good reading than a rushed one. You can book a reading with me on my website in the description box. But otherwise, love you, besties. I hope that you guys have a wonderful day. Stay free, stay blessed, and I will see you guys in my next video. So thank you for watching.